So words, sentence, and then the paragraph, right? Uh, and then the story and then the book. In a book, we will be having many stories, and in a stories, we will be having many paragraphs, right? So in a paragraph, we will be having many sentence, right? And that sentence contains many words. This is how do we learn. So we will start from the words, then the sentence. To a child we will teach like this, right? So first we will teach them letters, then the words, the meaning of the words, then how to frame a sentence like this. In this manner we will be teaching or we will teach the things or any language, English, Kannada, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, any language, right? So this is what the procedure we follow to teach a baby, right? So in the same way, while learning this Java also, we will be learning with this words, we call it as in tokens in Java, and the state sentences we call it as in statements. Okay. And the paragraphs will be called as in blocks or a methods. Okay. Many statements will create a methods or a blocks, and many blocks will create a program. Many methods inside a particular class will create a programs. Okay. Many programs will compile and compress together to form a software. So are you understanding the flow of it now? Are you able to relate it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So others?
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes,
this
ma'am.
is how we will start learning the Java language. Okay. So we have basically six types of tokens. Okay. So I'll just brief it as it is a very basic thing and a theory part. Okay. So we have six different types of the tokens where identifier, keywords, operators, separators, literals, and the commands are the six types of the tokens what we have. Okay. Tokens are the smallest unit of Java program that is identified by the compiler. Okay. So what do you mean by this identifier? It's the name which we will be giving to a Java program. How do we indicate or how do we identify the person by their name? So that is how we will be identifying a Java program by giving this identifier. Okay. How does any Java program looks like? Okay, so any Java program will looks like this. Okay, like class, the name we give here as a welcome. Whatever we want, we can give it. Okay, okay. So this is how do we start writing the program. So you will learn the syntax, why we need to write the class and all. You will learn this. But as of now, the name what we are giving here, right? So this is called as an identifier. Whatever we write inside this, this is the body of the class. Okay. So the name which we will be giving here to the program is called as an identifier. Okay, so we have few rules for it. So in that we cannot we can have the combination of alphanumeric and the special symbols, special characters also. That is this dollar and underscore or only the two special character which can be used in the identifiers. Okay, so and it will not accept the numeric value if the identifier name starts with a numeric value. We can have it later, but not the first character. Okay, it is not acceptable. It will throw you and compile time error. And always we prefer like first letter of the class name should always be starts with the upper cases. How do we use the convention in any other languages, right? If you take an example of English, so every first letter in a statement, in a sentence, will be a capital letter, right? So that is how it will be written. Okay. So or as I said, it will not accept the numeric value if it starts from the like numeric value. Okay, the identifier name, if it starts from the numeric value, it will not accept it. It will throw you and compile time error. Okay. And we should not use the special space character in the identifier. Space is also considered as an character. See here. So here we have space in between. The first program is the name which we have given to the class. Okay. So between first and the program, there is a space in between, right? So if we give the space, again, it will give you an compile time error. So we cannot give even the space. Only underscore or this dollar symbol is acceptable. Okay, so if you are having two words as a name, then either you can write the first letter of each word with a capital letter, or you can separate it with the underscore. This is acceptable. Okay, and we cannot use the keyword as an identifier. What do you mean by keyword? So we have 50 keywords as an keyword in Java, okay, which is already predefined keywords in Java library, okay, which has its own meaning. Okay, so you are aware of for loop, while loop, do while loop, if else, all these things, right? So if else statements and all. So there we are using for, if, while, do, all these things, right? So all these are called as an keywords, which is already defined in Java library. Okay. So keywords are the predefined or the reserved words in Java library which have their own meaning, and it has to be used appropriately. Okay. And we cannot make this keywords as an identifier because, see, this keyword has its own meaning, right? So all the keywords starts with the lower cases. See, if you observe here, not even a single word or a single keyword is has started with a capital letter, that is the upper cases, right? So if we want to make it as a keyword, then it should follow the syntax. In Java, always we should follow the syntax, we should follow the rules. That otherwise it will throw you in compile time error. Okay. So these keywords cannot be a identifier. See here, what happens here, public is a keyword. If you observe here, okay. See, public is a keyword, one of the keyword here, right? So if I use this as an identifier here, as in class public, so we will get an compile time error because this is a keyword. But if you change the case of the first letter, see, this is not the keyword. Okay, now this will not become the keyword and it is acceptable as an identifier. So basically this keywords cannot become a identifiers. Okay, and you know the operators, right? So the in the mathematics we will be using plus, minus, divided by, multiply. So to do some operations we will be using this operators, right? So in Java we have few more, like to achieve the logical and, logical or, equality, relational, if you want to shift any of the characters, or if you want to shift the string literals. So all these things can be achieved through this operators. That means operators are the symbol which is used to perform some operations on the operands. See here in this example, we have an expression like a plus b, right? So a and b are the operands and plus is the operator. So what it will do, it will do the operation of an addition on these two operands, that is a and b. So this is how we use the operators. These are the list of the operators we will be using in Java. Okay, or while writing the Selenium scripts also, that is the automation scripts. Okay, and we have the separators, and these are the different separators we will be using in Java. So where it will separate the Java code, that will give you a clean output, or what to say, clean look for Java code is one thing, cleanliness of the code. And one more thing is that when we use the separators, the controller or the system can understand what it is, right? So inside the house, if we are not having walls in between, so everything if there is no wall in between the kitchen and the living area and the bedrooms and all, what happens there? There will be no privacy, and there will be a no separation, right? So nobody can understand that where is washroom, where is kitchen, where is living room, where is dining hall, where is bedroom and all. So there should be a separators. Wall will act as an separators, right? So in the same way, these are the separators which will be helping out to understand the code properly by the system. Are you understanding it, guys?
Yeah, ma'am, understood.
Yes. Then we have the literals. Literals are the direct values which we are being used to perform some operation. See here, we have a plus b, right? So what is the value of a? What is the value of b? We need to initialize or we need to save some value to this variables, right? So how do we do that? By giving the literals. So we have four types of literals, that are those are numeric literals, character literal, string literal, and the Boolean literal. So what it is exactly? See, integer literal means any literals without any decimal value. We know literals means what? Integer means what, right? So integer means what? Any whole number will be called as an integer. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So the integer values which is directly used in the program, so this will come under the category of an literals, numeric literals, okay? And the decimal literals are the decimal values we will be assigning to a variable, okay? And the character literals are, as we know, character means a single word, single letter, or a single number, or a symbol, anything. Or even the space is also considered as a character in Java, okay? Any single character which is enclosed with a single quote. If you want to make it as a character literal, then we need to enclose it with a single quotes. This is what the rules in Java, okay? So always the character literal will be enclosed with a
Single quotes.
single quotes, and the string literals will be enclosed with the double quotes. The string literals are the values which the user will be giving, okay? So I'll give the input as good, hi, good morning, okay? So you might give it as hi, good afternoon, or good evening, or how are you? So it depends on the user what the value they'll give. So this is user defined one, right? So but the integer and the decimal value are already predefined values, but the string values will be user defined values, right? So any string values which is enclosed with a, so any values which is enclosed with a double quotes will become a string literal. Understood?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes. So Boolean literals are the Boolean values which we will be using directly. Boolean values are true or false, which we have, right? So these two values which we use, then it will come under the category of an Boolean literals. Okay. So the last one, the literal we have is comment. So comments are the statement in the program that are not executed by the compiler and the interpreter. Okay. So then why it is used? If it is, it will not get executed means, then what is the use of this command? So in commands also we have two types, that is single line command and multi-line commands, okay? So the single line commands will give you a like the additional information of the particular statement, or it will give you the, or it is also used to skip the execution. If I want to skip the particular statement or particular expression, we should not be executed, means we will be using the single line command, that is double forward slash in the beginning of the statement, okay? This particular statement will not get executed when we use this single line command in the beginning of the statement. So when we use it after the statement, so we have the statement, and after that, if I use this command, anyhow, after this command, whatever we write, that will not get executed. Okay. So any complicated statements if we having in a program, we will be informing the other user that what is the operation or what is the logic we have written here. So like this, I have to add those two numbers what we have here. So that is what I have written. Right. So the logic will be explained here. So it is giving you an additional information about the statement, right? So for that purpose, the single line comment is used. And when we want to skip the execution of a particular block or a method, then how do we use? Using the symbol. This is the starting and this is the ending. So if we want to skip the execution of hundreds of lines of a code in a program, then what we'll do, we cannot comment each and every line using the single line comment, right? So from which statement to which statement, the block of codes, the number of lines to be skipped from the execution, then that will be kept under this using this multi-line comments. Okay, understood now?
Yes.
As it is a theory part, and we have already discussed in the previous classes, that is why I'm going a little bit fast. Okay, so this will not be the same way in the upcoming classes. Okay. So next is that the software prerequisites to execute our programs. What are those prerequisites we need to have? So one is that it's a editor, another one is an execution area, and the JDK. So these three are the prerequisites we need to have to execute any Java program. Okay. First thing is that we need to have JDK in our system to execute any of the Java program. Okay. To write the code, we need to have the editor. That is the platform which we use to write the program. Okay. And which are those? It may be a Notepad, Edit Plus, or Notepad Plus Plus, anything for that matter. It is used as an editor where we will be writing our code. Okay. And this is the execution area where the command prompt will act as an execution area in this, okay, Java. Okay. So, what is this JDK, Java Development Kit? What does it contains? It contains the JVM, set of the libraries, and the development tools. All the things will be there like a package. Okay. So if we install this JDK, and first thing is that we need to download and install this JDK, and we need to set a path. So everyone have this JDK, or how it is? Who all have the JDK in your system? Can you please raise your hand?
Not yet.
Not it. Okay, then we will download it together. Okay. So, mm, so everybody is in front of the system, right? So everyone has system with you now currently. So shall we follow the steps now? So I'll guide you. So please follow the steps. Once after you complete each of the steps, you please let me know. Then only I'll go forward. Okay. So first thing is that you need to search for the JDK downloads. Okay. So we need to search for the JDK downloads. You have to click on this first link. Everyone able to follow the steps?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So in this, if you are using the Linux or Mac OS or Windows, so according to that, you need to select this. So I'm using the Windows, so I'll be selecting the Windows. Okay. So
Okay.
everybody here use Windows, I hope.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So once after you reach this page, right? So click on this link. That is the second link, x64 installer. Okay. Click on this link. So it will start downloading. Downloaded. Everybody.
Yes, ma'am. Downloaded.
Downloaded. Everybody. So once you download it, open that in the folder. Okay. It's preparing for installing. Once it installs, so you will get a pop-up like this. Give next. And the file will be will be stored in this path. Okay. So don't change the path. Let it be in the same path. So just give it as next and install it.
Okay.
Everybody are able to follow the steps. See, Java SE Development Kit 24, that is of the 64-bit is successfully installed. You will get this message, a pop-up as completed. Okay. Okay. Once after you install it successfully, right? So it will be stored in this C drive. Okay. If you go to the C drive in the program files, if you see here, wait, at here as Java, it will be stored. See, the updated one is this 24, right? Just now we have installed it. Okay. So once after we install it, the folder will be created like this in the program files, okay, in the C drive. So now what you have to do, okay, edit system environment variable. If you type like this, you will get this. Okay. The control panel will be open like a system properties. Everyone are able to open this. You search for environment variable. So if you if you click on it, so a small window like this will be opened. So now what you have to do is, here in this, you need to select this advanced one so that you will get this environment variable. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So once after that, what you have to do is, so okay. So click on this new at the down in the system variables. In the system under the system variable, what you have to do is that you need to click on this new. Okay. Once after that,
Yes, ma'am.
yes. So
Yes,
here
ma'am.
what you have to do is you need to write between the square brackets, okay, all or capital letters, you need to write it as Java underscore home. So see, Java underscore home. Okay, done. Done with writing this. Hello. So what you have to do is you need to copy the path where, see here, you have downloaded the file, right? So in the C drive, you thank you. So we have downloaded the file, right? So it will be stored in the C drive. So open the C drive. In that, you need to open the program files. Okay. In that Java, you have downloaded this, right? So the new one is JDK24. Open that folder and copy the path. Copy the path and paste it here. Okay.
You're done, ma'am.
Say okay. Click on okay. Okay. Then you will see this, right? So you're able to see this, which you have added. You have
Yes,
the
ma'am.
path. Okay. So after that, you click on, so you have an variable called as an path here. Everyone
Yes.
able to get this? So what you have to do is double click on that. You will get an environment variable like this, the list. Okay. You need to click on this path. You will get a list like this. Okay. So in that, what you have to do is, so you have to go inside the bin and you need to copy the path. Inside the bin, you have to go and then you have to copy the path and paste it at the last empty space, last line. Okay. And just say okay. Okay. That's it. Everyone able to set the path successfully?
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
Okay. So this is how do we set the path. This is how we install the JDK. Without the JDK, we cannot write the code. We cannot execute the code. Okay. So now in the editor, so first we learn how to write it in a notepad or the notepad plus plus and how to execute that in the command prompt, because in any interview, if you have seen, they will not allow you to use the Eclipse or any integrated any updated IDEs. right? So in all the interviews, interviewer will ask you to write it in a notepad and to execute that in a either in a command prompt or in an online compiler, right? So to just to make a habit of or just to teach this thing, so we have introduced in our teaching for initial days, so to learn the basic things, right? So we will be writing the code in the notepad and we will be executing that in the command prompt. Okay, to execute that we need to have the command, right? Without the command nothing will work.
Yes.
Yes. So which are the commands we have? So these are the basic commands which we will be using in the command prompt, right? So for clearing the screen, to make the directory and all these things, you know, these things will we will be aware of it, right? So in Java we need to compile the program and we need to interpret or execute the program. Okay, so for that we will be using these commands as Java C and Java. Okay, so how does the syntax looks like? See, so for compilation, Java C, what is the file name? That is the identifier we give, right? So Java C file name dot Java is the syntax to compile the file, and Java file name is the syntax to interpret the file. So you will understand it how it will be done now. Okay. First thing is that first we'll open a notepad, okay, normal notepad, and we will write the code. So what is the syntax and all you will learn, but first we will just write a code and we will execute it for first time. Okay, so what I do is, okay, so create a folder, okay, anywhere in the D drive. So I'll be giving it as one. Okay. So inside this, I will be, okay. Inside that, what I do, I'll open a notepad, that is the text document. Okay. So I'll not naming it as of now. I'll just write the code. First, we'll write the code. So, so why we need to write all these things? Why need to follow the syntax? You will learn this. Okay. System out of println. So this is the printing statement what we have. Okay. Okay. So inside this, I'll be giving a string called as an welcome team. Okay. So this is the identifier what we have used. This is also a token. And these are the statements what we have. And from here to here what we have written, right? So this is a method we call it as. That is a block of statement. Many statements, one or more statement together will create a method or a block. Okay. So here, see, this public is a keyword, static is a keyword, void is a keyword, string is a keyword, system, out, println. So these are the keywords which we are using in Java. Okay. So many tokens combine together to form a statement, and many statements will form a block or a method. And if we have many methods in it, so that will create a program. So this is a program, and many program will be compiled together, will kept at one place, compressed together, will create a software. This is how the programs will be developed. Okay. So once after we write the program, this is what the identifier, the name which we have given for the Java file or a Java program. Okay. So we have, if you have observed, we have not saved any of the by any of the name, right? So just as a new document we have opened it. So what I prefer is that always this identifier name and the file name should be one and the same. Okay, we cannot have a different what to say, identifier and the file name. So there should not be a single difference in any of the character. Okay, so what I do, I'll copy this identifier and I'll save it. Okay, copy this and save as the file name what I have given with .java extension. We need to save it, and we have to select it as all types with .java extension. We need to save it because see here. So if you observe here, the type of the document is a text document, right? What we have written, but we want the Java source file to be given as an input. So we will learn the Java architecture, then you will understand why we need to save it with the .java extension. Okay. The file name, whatever we have given, that has to be saved with .java extension and save type as all file types. Okay. So once after that, you need to save it. Now, the file has been saved with the same name as the identifier. Are you observing it? Are you able to understand this? Everybody? So I'll just copy this in the chat. I'll just copy paste this in the chat. Okay. You can either you can copy paste it to the notepad, or you can type the same program without any mistake. Okay, so anything is fine. So please do that, and once it is done, you let me know.
5 minutes later.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Once you save this with the same name with .java extension, so if you see the file here, if you have created the folder, right? So in that where you have saved it, so if you see the type as a Java file, it is showing as a Java file. This is the source file. Okay, so what you have to do is you need to open the command prompt in the same path, right? So or open the command prompt and then you reach the path. So this is the shortcut. So if you type in cmd in the same path or same place where you need to open the command prompt in this path, so what you have to do, click here and type in cmd and say clear, tap on enter. Okay, the command prompt will get open in the same path. In the D drive under the Java, I have created a folder called as a morning batch. In that, it will, or the command prompt will get, the controller is inside this particular folder. Right? Everybody able to open this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So once after you open this command prompt, right? So you need to give a command like Java C space, Java C space. File name you have copied, right? So paste it there as welcome. Paste it with .java extension. Java C space welcome .java, right?
Okay.
Once after you give the command, you enter. See, once after you enter that, the class file will automatically generate it. So this is not generate like we have not created this, right? So before, okay, I'll delete this again. You observe here,
Yes, ma'am. Class file is generated.
correct? Once after you compile it, if there is no uh, syntax error, so it will create a class file. Okay. And then after that, what you have to do, Java, what the file name we have given here, right? That is welcome. So Java file name will interrupt the, sorry, will be interpret the program, that is execute the program. So what is the program which we have written? If you open this, so we are trying to print. So this is called as a printing statement. Okay, system dot out dot println, where this will help you out if you want to print anything. If you want that in the as an output, that has to be inside this printing statement. Okay, as a welcome team, we are trying to print this welcome team. That is what we are getting here, right? You are able to execute the program.
Yes, ma'am. We are able to see the output.
You are able to see the output.
Yes.
Yes. So this is how we will be executing the program in the command prompt. So here in place of welcome, whatever the file name we will be giving, right? So that name will be given. Okay. Java C, the file name, what is the file name as an identifier we have given, right? So that should be same, that should be the file name. Java C file name dot Java is a command for compilation, and Java file name is a command for interpretation. Okay. Successfully you have executed the program, one Java program today.
Yes, ma'am.
Very basic program it is. Okay. So this is how do we execute the program. So how does it work? What happens inside actually? So now you got to know what is the syntax for compiling, interpreting, and all. So the prerequisites are done. You have installed the JDK, you have the command prompt, you have the editor. I
Ma'am,
just,
I have, sorry to interrupt you. I have one question.
huh?
So, before writing any Java program, can you please refer to the program which you have written?
That means, sorry, I
Can
didn't
you
get.
please can you please show the program which you have written, that
Yes.
script? Yeah. So here actually this public static void main.
Mm.
So is this the standard definition? Means do we have to write this every time before starting writing a Java program?
Yes, yes, exactly. So I'll teach you this. See, as this is a first class, you have installed and set the path of the JDK and all, right? So I
Yeah.
wanted you to execute this program. That is why I said just copy paste it or just copy down, no, type in by seeing this. Okay, I
Okay.
know
Yeah.
you don't know what all the things I have written, what is the syntax, what it is called as. Nothing we know, right?
Yes. 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 Okay,
So
ma'am.
I'll explain each and everything. We will learn it step by step. But as it is a first day, I want you to execute the program. Okay. So this
Okay.
is called as a main method. Okay. It's like a main door for a house. Okay. Without the main door, are we able to enter the house? If we are
No.
not having the main door means no, right? So in
No.
the same way, without this main method, we cannot enter into the program. We cannot execute the program. Understood? So we cannot execute the program without this main method. So this is what, okay, I'll just remove this as of now. So this is what the template looks like. Okay. The class templates look like this. First, if anybody asks you to write the program, then what you have to do first, you need to have the class. Okay. The file, whatever the file name you want to give the file name, and you need to write this syntax of the main method. Okay, you should
Okay.
follow this. This is called as a blueprint or the template of the class type.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
you will
Yeah.
understand it. I'll explain all these things. Don't worry about it. But as of
Okay.
now, as you have asked, I am just explaining you. This is the main method declaration. Okay, so this is class declaration. Okay.
Thank
Oh,
you, ma'am.
yes, yes. So if you get any doubts, you can ask me. Okay. but not while explaining it. Once after I finish explaining, you can note it down at somewhere, and once after I finish that topic, you can ask me the question. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, yes. So this is the very basic or the introduction for Java. Okay. So now you have successfully installed the JDK, you have executed the program. So everybody here able to execute the program today? You got the output, everyone? I need response from each of you.
Yes.
Yes, Ashok, Vijay,
Yes, ma'am.
yes. Shivpanindra is there in the call or not?
Vijay, I.
We will understand the Java architecture. Okay. So you are able to see my screen, the paint, you are able to see the paint?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is how the Java architecture looks like. Okay. So as we have already executed a program, now if I explain this, you are easily able to understand it. You can relate it. Okay. So how the architecture is, how it works inside it means, so we will be writing our code in an editor tool. Either it may be a notepad or edit plus or anything else. Okay. So that is what we did. We have written that in the editor tool called as a
Yes.
notepad,
Yes.
right? So this is called as an Java source code. What it is called as an
Java source code.
Java
Java.
source code. Okay. So the source code will be in the human readable format. This we can read, we can understand if we know Java. If we don't know Java also, we can read out the things here. It's easier to read it out if you don't know what it means also, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's in
Yes.
the human readable format. Okay. So this source code, Java source code will be written in the editor tool, and that will be in the human readable format. Okay. So once after we write that in the editor tool, we will be saving it with the .java extension. We need to save it with .java extension. This is what we did. Am I right?
Yes.
This
Yes,
is the
ma'am.
procedure we need to follow because this is what the architecture looks like, or the procedure we need to follow to create the program, to develop the program, save it, and execute it. Okay. So once we write that in the editor tool, that has to be saved with a .java extension, and this is what the path we have set to save the file when we installed and set the path of JDK. This is what the path looks like, right?
Yes.
Yes. So, once after we save it with .java extension, it will be saved here. Okay. So now this .java file will be an input for the compiler. Okay. What we did in the command prompt, what is the command we have given? So compile the Java file. Java C means C indicates compilation. Okay. Compile the Java file. Which file? The file which we have given here. We are just telling the controller that, saying the controller that, or commanding the controller that compile this file with the name welcome. What is which is the file we have? So compile that. Compilation means what? First we need to understand that. Okay. So this .java file will be given as an input for the execution aid.
Yes.
In the command prompt, this is what the first command we will be executing, right? So java c file name dot java is a command for compiling the file. So compiling means what it will do, what it happens there. So it will check for the syntax, it will check for the rules. Okay. See, I'll just make some changes here. Here, see, the system we have written, right? This S is capital. I will change it to small letter S. Okay. And again I'll try to execute. So once after you modify anything, you need to save it. Okay. After saving it, what I do, I will just try to compile it. What it is saying, see, in the welcome.java file, in the fourth line, this is the line where we are getting an error. In the fourth line, we are getting an error as package system does not exist. See, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the fourth line. See, this is whatever the class we have, that is the first line, second line, third line, and this is the fourth line. Am I right? So here
Yes, ma'am.
what it is saying, package system does not exist because in Java, it's a case sensitive language. Java is a case sensitive language. Okay, so even if we make a changes in a single character as capital as small letter, small as a capital letter, then it will throw you an error like this. Compile time error. At the compilation time, it will check for the syntax and it will check for the rules. These are the syntax where it has to be. Okay, what it is saying, package system does not exist in this line. So this is in this line we are having some mistake or an error. Okay, so what we have to do, we need to find it out and we need to change it. After that, we need to save it, control S, and again I will compile it. So now at this time, if I compile, am I getting any error here?
No, ma'am.
No, right? So after that, that can be executed. So this is what the compilation means. For each of the things, we have a syntax, we have a rules to be followed in Java. Okay. So the syntax has to be written properly, and we have to follow the rules which Java has already predefined. Few of the rules, like while giving the name for an identifier, we have few rules, right? So going forward, you will understand what are the rules for each of the topics. Okay, so the syntax and the rules has to be followed. Understood? If
Yeah.
these two things are correct, at the compiler will compile means, compilation means it will check for the syntax and the rules. That is what means the compilation. Compiler will compile the file. Okay. If it is correct, then what it will do, it will convert. It will convert to what? It will convert .java file into .class file. .java file is given as an input while compiling it. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes. So that Java file as an input which has been given will check for the syntax, will check for the rules, and if it is correct, then it will convert that into a .class file. Otherwise, it will give you an compile time error. The error which we will get at the compilation time, these are the errors
Okay.
which we got, right? So
Yeah.
the any mistakes in tactical mistakes, or if we are not following any rules, we will end up with an compile time error like this, so that without correcting this we cannot execute the program, we cannot go further. Okay, so this is where the compile time error will occur, where it will check for the syntax and the rules. Okay, if it is correct, what will happen, it will convert this .java file into
Into
.class.
a class file.
That is what we have seen here.
Yeah,
So
in the beginning we have
in the
seen.
beginning we have seen that, right? So
Yeah.
just a second, see, I'll just delete this dot. Okay. Again, I'll try to compile it now. See, .java file is given as an input for the compiler. Okay. Once I give it as an input, it will check for the syntax and all. If it is correct, what it will do, automatically the
Generate a
system will
class file.
create the .class file. If the syntax is correct. Otherwise, it will throw you an compile time error.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is how the .class file will be created by the system. This is not created by the human or the user, but this Java file will be created by the user. Okay, so the .class file will be created by the system, but Java file will be, source file will be created by the user. Okay, once after the .class file is created, this will be in the bytecode format, or it will be in the intermediate format. I'll show you that. See, if you open this class file in your system also, this can neither be understandable by the system nor by the human. Are we able to understand this, what it has written?
Not clear.
It's not clear. See, few of the words here, we are able to read it, but we cannot understand it fully, right? So what this symbols indicates and all, right? The special
Yeah.
symbols like this. We are not able to understand what this means. Am I right? So this is how the dot class file will looks like. This is not understandable by the human, neither by the human nor by the system can also not understand this one, this format. Okay. Then how it will understand it? How it can be understandable? So, which language can understand? Our system can understand in which format?
In the bytecode format.
In the binary format, not in the bytecode format. This is the bytecode format, which cannot be
Okay, okay.
understandable by the system. The binary format is a format which the system can understand. Am I right?
Yes, 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 yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
So now it is in the intermediate form where system can neither understandable by the system nor by the human. Okay, it is in between. Now, what has to be done? It has to be converted to a binary format. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. So, what will happen? This dot class file will be given as an input for the interpreter, interpretation or execution. Okay. Inside the command prompt, the two process will happen. One is compilation, another one is interpretation. Compiler is responsible for compiling the files. Interpreter is responsible for interpreting. Interpreting means what? The general meaning,
Interpreter, ma'am, it will means it will act like a translator.
right? It will act like a translator. Whatever we have written, that has to be executed. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So now inside the interpreter, so here the picture comes the JDK. This is what we have installed. So inside the JDK, we will be having JRE, JVM, and JIT. What is this means? JRE, JVM, and JIT. Okay. This JRE stands for Java,
Runtime environment.
yes, runtime environment. Okay. So, what is this Java runtime environment means? It will provide you the environment. Environment means what? See, if you want to cook any food in the kitchen, what is the environment required? What are the required things there inside the kitchen? The kitchen setup should be there to prepare any food. Am I right? That is the environment what we create. So if you go to a temple, there it will like there is an environment to pray to a god, to be spiritual. That is the environment which has been created inside the temple. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
If you go to the bedroom, you feel like sleeping. Why? Because the setup or the environment is like that. Am I right? There will be a bed, there will be a AC or a fan. So, what you feel if you lie on the bed, you feel like going to a sleep, deep sleep. Am I right? So that is what the environment which will be possessed or which will be affecting your mind. In our real life, I'm talking about. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So in the same way, here also, this JRE will provide, that is Java Runtime Environment will provide the Java program. It will provide you a setup for executing the Java program. To execute the program, there should be an environment, right? That environment will be set by this JRE. This is the responsible one to set up the environment to execute the program. Okay,
Yeah.
understood? Yes. And what is this JVM? JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. It stands for what? Java
Virtual machine.
Virtual Machine. As the name indicates, it's a virtual machine. It is not visible to any of our eyes, but it is there, like the air, right? So, how we have the air? So, are you able to see the air or the oxygen which we inhale and exhale?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
No. It is, we are not able to say it, but we know, we can sense it. We know that it is there. Am I right? Just
Yes.
like that, how important the oxygen is for the humans or any of the living beings, in the same way, this virtual machine is that much important here to execute our any program. Are you understanding this? Java virtual machine is important as an oxygen.
Okay.
Okay. So what it will do, this Java virtual machine, we also call it as an controller. So this will read the code line by line. Before to that, this what is this JIT stands for? So what it will do, JIT, it stands for just in time. Okay. So just in time, this dot class file, whatever the dot class file we are having here, right? So this is given as an input for the interpreter. So just in
Ma'am,
time,
ma'am, can you please repeat?
yes, I'll repeat it. See, we were here, right? So once after you compile the file, the dot class file will be created and it cannot be understandable by the system, nor by the human. So it has to be converted to the binary format. If it has to be understandable by the system means, right?
yes, ma'am.
Yes. So if it has to be understandable by the system, we need to convert it into the binary. Who is the responsible one to convert it into the binary? This JIT. JIT means stands for just in time. So what it will do, just in time, like in a fraction of second, ಚಿಟ್ಕೆ if you understand Kannada, I can say like ಚಿಟ್ಕೆ ಹೊಡೆಯೋದ್ರೊಳಗಡೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. So just like that, just in a time, it will convert dot class file into a binary file. What it will do, this JAT will convert the dot class file into a binary file, and that file will be executed by the controller called as an JVM. And to execute that, JRE provide you the environmental setup to execute the program. Okay. Executing the program means what? Now system can understand the binary format, right? So whatever has been written, that can be understandable by the system, where this controller, that is JVM, right? So it will read line by line. It will read each of the line one by one, read line by line, and whatever the command we have given in the program, right? So that it will execute. It will execute that each and every line of the program. Are you understanding this? Have you understood this?
Yeah.
Shall I repeat this again?
Yes, ma'am. Please, if you
The
can.
last part or from the beginning?
Yeah, the last part.
Okay. See, the dot class file will be given as an input for the interpreter. In the
Yeah.
interpreter, we have the JDK. JDK is a Java development kit, what we have. Inside this, we will be having JRE, JVM, and JIT. So what this will do, the dot class file will be given as an input which cannot be understandable by the system and the human. So it has to be converted to the binary format, which if it has to be understandable by the system.
Yes, ma'am.
So JIT will convert this dot class file to a binary file. Okay.
Okay.
And JRE will provide you the environmental setup to execute the program.
Okay.
And JVM will execute the program. Execution means it will read line by line and execute. What
Okay,
has
okay.
been written in the program, that will be done.
Yeah, clear, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. So after that, we will get the output in the command.
Yeah.
Understood? So this is how the Java architecture will work like. This is what we did now,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So we have written the program in the editor, we have saved it with .java extension, and that is given as an input for the compiler. It will check for the rules, and it will, if it is correct, it will create the .class file. That is given as an input for the interpreter. This is for the interpretation, the command we will give for interpretation. So just in time it will convert that to the binary format, and it will the JRE will set up already. It has set up it has a setup to execute the program. Okay, we have the environment there. So the controller, that is the JVM is the whole responsible one to execute the program. So it will read line by line and execute each and every line, every statement. Okay, so that is how we get the output. This is all about the Java architecture. Clear? And if there is any mistake at this point of time while interpreting, so we will end up with an runtime error. What will end up with?
Runtime error.
A runtime error. So at the compilation time, if we get any errors, that is called as an compile time error. If we get any error at the time of interpretation, right? So these are called as an runtime error. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this is all about the Java architecture. Okay, done?
Ma'am, normally, I have one question.
Yes.
So normally, if compilation and all the syntactical things are okay, all
Hmm.
the syntax
Hmm.
and rules are correct,
Hmm.
then compilation is done successfully.
Hmm.
Then, if it is, if I mean the compiled file is my input to the runtime setup, right?
Hmm.
Then in that case, normally I am giving a correct input only. Then what are the possibilities? Means what are the
Of
kinds of
this
runtime
runtime
error?
error you are asking, right? So
Yes.
few things, see, in this JDK, addition to this, we will be having the inbuilt library, Java library. Okay. In that, most of the things are already defined. If for your understanding, I'll show you one case. Okay. Okay, this is the class file, right? Okay. So here I have a printing statement as welcome team. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
In the printing statement only, I'll be writing it as uh 10 divided by 2. What is the value of this?
5.
5, right? So once after the modification, I'll save it and I'll try to execute it. Okay. If you tap on the up arrow, it will go to the previous command. Okay. You need not to type in again. So once after I compile it, each and every time you need to compile. Okay. So what is the output I'm getting here? I have written welcome team. That is what I'm getting. After that, I have inside the printing statement, I have an equation or a value like 10 by 2.
Yeah.
That is the value is 5. That is what we are getting. It is calculating. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
But now you tell me, what is the value of this?
Ma'am, it is mathematically undefinable. Means
Correct. So
not
it is
calculable.
syntactically correct. There is no syntax error in this.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, I'll save it. Okay. Once after I save the file, I'll try to compile it again. Am I getting any error at this point?
No,
No,
ma'am.
right? So the dot class file has been created successfully. There is no syntax error, or I am not violating any rules here. So that
Yeah.
is why it has compiled successfully. But when I try to execute it, right? So up to here, this statement, the controller is executing the program. Welcome team has been printed. But after it go to the next line, it is not able to understand what it is. See, exception
Yes.
in the thread. Exception means what? See, when you in the school days, if you have not done your homework, you will take the excuses, right? So, ma'am, I was not feeling well yesterday. That is why I have not done my homework. Please
Yes.
excuse me for this day. Tomorrow I'll do it. Like this, you will take excuses, right?
Yeah.
That is what it is doing. Exception means that is the exception. Okay, so exception is thread main. This is the main method what we have. As I said, this is the main method, right? So in the main thread, we are having an arithmetic exception. It belongs to the arithmetics, right? Like this, we have a oops concept called as an exception handling. So these things, exceptions can be handled. Like this, we have many different types of an exceptions. Okay. At the runtime errors, whatever we get, that is called as an exception. Compile time error, we call it as an errors. That has to be resolved to execute the program, but these exceptions can be handled to execute the program. Okay. We have a
Okay.
separate topic to be understandable or to be discussed. Okay, at
Okay. Okay.
that point of time, you will understand it. But as of now, as we know, 1 by 0 is infinity or infinite, which is not defined in Java library. So it is not understanding what has to be done. What is this value? What could be the output of this? What has to be printed? Controller is not understanding what to be printed.
Yeah.
What to be printed. So that is why it is saying, please, please excuse me. I'm not able to understand it. I'm not able to print it. Like that, it is saying. Okay.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
is that belongs to the arithmetic exception class, where divided by 0 at this welcome dot main in the fifth line, this exception is occurring. I am not understanding this arithmetic exception.
Understood, ma'am. Yeah.
So this is called as a runtime error. It will not interrupt you to execute the program until the exception occurs. So if you have 10 more statements before this, okay, if you have 10 more statement here or few more statements here, it will
It will.
execute
It will. It will. It will execute those, but it will once it comes to this 1 by 0, then it will throw
yes,
the error.
at that particular point of time. So what it will do? Okay, see, I'll show. Okay, once after modifying it, see here it is star means it is not saved. So once after you modify any of a single character in the program, you need to save it. Control S you need to do. Okay. So after that, you will be compiling the file and you will be interpreting it. See, welcome team, good morning to Java new batch. That is what the output we have. So up to this statement, it is executing the program. It is not interrupting the execution. But at this point, it is not able to understand it. So the controller will abruptly stop at this point. If you have any other statement further, that will not get executed.
Yeah.
After this, if you have any statement, it will not get executed. See?
Yes, ma'am.
New batch, here it is printing after the exception occurred. So again I have a statement, printing statement, but it is not executing, but because the controller will struck at this point, it cannot go further. Okay, this is called as an runtime error. Clear?
Clear, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. So this is all about the Java architecture. I want you people to please maintain a notes, because going forward their theory part will be very less and the programming will be more for each of the topics, right? I want you to write the program and it has to be there in your book as well as in your system. You need to execute the program, each and every program, and I'll be providing you the assignments as well. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.